What's up, YouTube? I have a review for you today on the first run Jack the Ripper by Fly High Discs. It's a brand new company. I found out about them on YouTube through a McFly So High video interview with a guy named Scott Stokely, who is an old school pro. Kind of disappeared for a while. Now he's back in the game. And in that interview, he's mentioning this company, that he's involved in it. He's excited about it, so I got in touch with him. He passed me on to his partners at Fly High, and they were nice enough to send me some plastic. I just reviewed the Diesel, so look out for that one if you want to check that out. Nice overstable kind of distance driver. And this one is Jack the Ripper. There's your flight numbers there, 9501. Got a cool foil stamp on this particular one. I like that very much. So this one's more in the fairway, kind of straight flying vein. Line holder, and it's 164 grams. There's your weight. So look at the rim profile. Pretty small rim, very comfy. Let me see what I have laying around. I guess I only really have an inertia laying here to show you side by side. So pretty similar, but a little bit smaller than that. A little bit deeper as well. Interior there. If you look at it from the top side, it's got a little bit of a pop top dome to it, just very light pop on it, and you can see this kind of slant on the top rim where it kind of comes down on that angle there. Very comfortable disc in the hand. I mean, I think almost anybody would agree with that. It's got a really nice feel to it, and that small rim, very easy to grip, feels nice. The plastic type on this particular one is really nice. I would say it has better grip than the Diesel that I tested for sure. It's got a really nice feel to it. It's got more give and a little bit less rigid. I think that part of that is because the Diesel has such a beefy rim to it that this one just doesn't have as much rigidity put on the whole disc based on that. It also seems to have just a little bit thinner flat flight plate, maybe, that little pop to it, and just a really great feel. Really sticky, rubbery, kind of grippy feel, and I dig it very much. It holds up really well, the grip, that is, when it gets wet too. So I mentioned this in the Diesel review, same plastic type. Great disc for wet locations like where I'm at, the Pacific Northwest. All the testing I was doing with it, it was at least a little bit wet from the fairway or the wet field I was throwing it in, and so locations that are get a lot of rain, be a good plastic type for you for sure. Also, if you live somewhere that's really humid and your hands sweat a lot, that sort of thing, be a good plastic type to check out, because it almost felt a little bit, feels good as is, almost felt a little bit better with a little bit of moisture in there. Really nice grip. Had no issues with this or the Diesel popping out of my hand early whatsoever. Definitely impressed with the grip. It seems like they're going more for grip and feel than they are for durability in this disc. I don't think I hit any trees with it, but I threw it for a round, and I threw it around in a field. There's a little nick right there. I think I hit the base of a tree in this open field a couple times, and so nothing crazy going on with it, but they're at a very reasonable price point for these. I think on their website they're like $12 or something like that. So really not a big deal to get a couple. If you like them, get a few, break them into different stages. Maybe save one, a fresh one, and only throw it in open fields or with wide fairways where you're less likely to nail a tree, and it'll hold those flight characteristics for a long time for you. So yeah, I gave you a look at the cool foil stamp on this guy. So in flight, very straight disc, pretty easy to learn. It didn't take me a long time to figure out how to throw it. It doesn't have like a tremendous amount of glide or distance. It's definitely more of a fairway style flight to it. It definitely flies pretty good. It's still a driver. It gets some distance, for sure. Not as much as some of my other drivers that I throw, but definitely still flies nice. It holds the line very well. I've noticed that, if you throw it kind of like hyzer flipping it, it'll hold the hyzer pretty well. It doesn't have too much pop up and ride, at least not brand new as it stands now. I could throw it on some turnovers if I wanted to. A few times I threw it up high on Anheuser, and you guys may know I'm not really very good with Anheuser throws. I just threw it up high, trying to get it to flip over, and it definitely did. It turned over, it's holding it, and then right at the last second, it came back just a little bit, so it's a really nice line holding disc while it's up to speed, and then it has just a little tiny bit of fade at the end. So you can dial it in to throw it very straight point to point without a lot of flip and ride and without a lot of fade. Just kind of hold that angle for you. So Jack the Ripper is definitely a solid mold. I'm digging it. The feel on this particular one, like I said, is fantastic. Definitely a really nice grippy feel to it. And thanks to Fly High again for sending me out some plastic to test and review for you guys. Check out their website if you guys are interested in ordering some of these discs. You can buy them direct from them. And like I said, reasonable prices, and overall I'm pretty impressed. It's nice to see some new start outs come out there and try to offer something new for the market, and give us some other options of plastic to check out. And good job so far for Fly High. I look forward to testing some more of their plastic in the future. And thanks for watching, guys. Cheers.